Don't you know that from coast to coast, where there's dope, there's hope, where there's dope, there's hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit? Don't.
Oh, man. You see how that came on? It just felt right. You know what I'm saying? Welcome
I'm gonna let
back,
you have
ladies and gentlemen. We are back. The boys are in the building. You already know what it is. 2021.
Welcome, y'all.
We made it, man.
We made it through the fucking holiday.
We made it. Hopefully it can't get any worse, you know what I'm saying? But we here to make sure that we back, you know what I'm saying?
Back.
So it can't get any worse because we here. It's your man EarthTone.
And your man, the real Peasy with the new hair, bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
Who
you
this?
see it. You see it.
Who this?
Act like you don't see it.
How?
And it's the Herbal Tea Podcast,
Yes,
man.
sir.
At the top of 2021, we had episode 23, excuse me.
Yeah, episode 23.
You know what I'm saying?
Calm that down. I guess I gotta scare him.
Yeah.
I gotta scare him to see.
I got the hiccups. I don't know what's going on.
I gotta
man.
frighten
I don't
him.
know what's going on. But listen, we're going to get through it. We here to get to it. We appreciate y'all returning, joining us again. We got a lot of love in 2020. We was actually nominated for an award last year.
We were nominated.
As a podcast. First year as a podcast.
Shit,
You know what I'm saying? Our rookie season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kids got nominated.
We went through a lot of things in that rookie season, but you know, we made it through. It was a beautiful year. A lot of great feedback, a lot of support.
Absolutely. For somebody who went from not even really knowing what a podcast was to like, okay, now we get nominated. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
I was so apprehensive at the beginning of this, and here we are.
It's only up from here, baby. It's only up from here.
It's only up. This is beautiful, man.
All right, man. Well, before we get into it, you know what I'm saying? You know we always start off with the music.
Right.
Shout out to the Q Plus community. All our artists out there doing their motherfucking thing. Getting it through the pandemic. We want to let y'all know how we going to be judging this music.
Yeah.
Or how we've been judging this music.
Absolutely.
We kind of did the same thing at the top of last year where we broke down our grading system. And, of course, it correlates with one of our favorite pastimes. Which is the marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So we got 6 different categories. And we break it down into a grading system where, you know, we could kind of give you, you know, grades. Not that we necessarily judging the music, but you want to get some kind of metric system, some kind of parameter to let you know, like, okay, how does your music stand up to the rest of the music we've been listening to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just from our humble opinions. So we came up with a grading system, and we broke it down into 6 categories, as I mentioned.
Yep.
So the lowest category is dirt.
It is.
As I mentioned, you know what I'm saying, it correlates to one of our favorite pastimes. So you get some dirt and it's like, all right, we all know what dirt is. It's self-explanatory. It's dirt for a reason because it looks like dirt, it smells like dirt, it burns like dirt. Like,
you know what it is.
So if you get a dirt, you don't really, that's not a great grade, of course. It's the lowest grade, like we said. And we give it a percentage as well to kind of gauge where we feel you are in a percentile of like artists in general. You know what I'm saying? Where your skills or your music making abilities lie within the artist community.
Yes.
And dirt is you around the 0 to 15%.
Yep.
So you kind of got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? If you get a whole project and it's a dirt, we haven't had one of those. Have we?
We have had some
A dirt project?
Yes.
A whole project?
A whole project.
Damn, I can't really recall.
You don't recall Raven Simone?
Oh, damn. You went right back to that one. You remember?
I remember because we don't give those out. We don't just
I was going to say, I kind of forgot about that.
Nah. See, I remember the dirts because some of them we get the feedback from because they don't understand what's going on. But other ones especially stand out because you expect it to be at a certain caliber and it just really, really falls short. So that usually is the reason. It's not being malicious or anything
not
like
at
that.
all. Not at all.
That's just how we feel about what you put out.
Exactly. And that's why we wanted to recap and touch on, you know, what the grades mean, because we had a lot of artists reach out like, okay,
they had questions about what's going on.
You know, what's the percentage? What's all of that stuff? So we kind of breaking it down. And we know, we letting you guys know what they mean. All right, so we got the dirt from 0 to 15%. That's where you're sitting at with it. And then right above that, you got your Reggie. Your Reginald James.
Miller.
Your Sir Reggie Jackson.
Reggie
James. Miller for 3. You know what I'm saying? You get in that percentile, and you just above the dirt. You between 15 and 30%, which, like we said, that's, you know, on the lower end of the spectrum. So you get a Reggie. It's a little bit. It's not quite dirt, but it's not really moving me. It's not really hitting me. It ain't really do what it should be doing as a song, as a project.
It ain't hitting. You had that Reggie weed before. Like you kind of like had to get it because you had to like stretch it, or you didn't really have enough funds to get the good shit. Yeah. So that's what we talking about with Reggie. It's like it's not bad, but it's not, you know.
Yeah, it's not awful. It's like maybe like a D plus, C minus.
Leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, if you want to give it like a grade, like a school grade, like a D plus, C minus.
If you want to think about it like that,
you could
think about it like that.
Kind of compare it. Yeah. All right, and then right above that, we got the mid. Now the mid
grade.
You know the mid. You smoking some mid. We've all smoked mid. It gets you through, man. It gets you through some hard times. You can't always afford the luxury. You can't always have the nicer things. You can't always have the top notch, the premium.
Right.
So sometimes you got to do what you can. Settle for the, you know, in the middle. And it's not always a bad thing. It's not terrible. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You'll smoke it. You'll get through it.
You'll get something from it. You know what I'm saying?
But you ain't really, you might not necessarily recommend it to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You'll enjoy it. You won't feel like you wasted all of your time. But, you know, you're probably not really giving it a recommendation. So this percentage, we feel like most of the music that's created, and when we talk about most of the music that's created, I'm talking about what did T.I. say? It was like 88,000 songs released a day or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of music being created.
Right.
A lot of artists in the community. And it ain't all gonna be great. No. It ain't all gonna be good. So you you figure out 88,000 songs. Let's say 40% of those, 30% of those are Q+. Let's just say, you know what I'm saying? You talking about like 20, 30,000 a day.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking songs.
Rough estimate, but
it's a lot of fucking songs.
To paint the picture,
you know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me that out of those 30,000 songs, you're going to love all of them? You know what I'm saying? But that's where the percentages lie. So we saying like, we give you 30,000 songs, between 30 and 60% of them, that's a nice chunk. Most of them are going to fall into that mid-range, I would say. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where we feel like most of these projects, most of these songs are going to land. And that's the mid-range. And that's why it's a wider pocket. That's why it's a wider gap between the percentages. Yeah. And then once you move out of that, now you kind of you was treading water. Now you stepping onto the beach. You showing up once you get to this next category, which is the loud.
Loudy loud.
You know what I'm saying? We all want to get on that loud pack.
You know what the loud is.
You know you get that loud pack, you smoking good. You're gonna really enjoy this. You're gonna feel something.
You want to play it loud.
It's a step up above the mid. You know what I'm saying? You're not quite luxury status with it. You ain't going crazy with it, but you feeling it. It's a nice little picture. So we feel like in the loud, that percentage is between 60 and 75%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you want to compare it to the grade, I would say maybe between a B minus, B plus, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something hovering around that.
Yeah.
So that's the loud. So we got that dirt. You moved on to your Reggie. You went up and got the mids. And then you said, fuck that. I'm going to get the loud. We on our loud pack.
We going to loud pack.
So that's the 4th grade in the system.
Right.
So we got 2 more left. So the top 2 grades, right above loud, you got your fire. You know what I'm saying? You know what that fire is. That's self-explanatory. It got its own emoji and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with the fire emoji. You know what it means.
It's
Come
exceptional.
on. That's between 75 and 90%.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the top tier pretty much of the music. As far as our judging, our rating, our opinion, you get a fire, you doing something really, really good. You on the right track. Really you probably got a lot of people feeling your music. You probably got a lot of well-reviewed you know what I'm saying,
or
bangers out there.
Or it's just good quality. Like, you did everything right and it sounds good.
Yeah.
It could be that too.
Yeah.
It might not be something that everybody's heard, because we like to put the emphasis on artists that are up and coming as well.
Yeah.
So everybody might not have heard of them yet.
Not that everybody heard, but everybody that has heard it.
That has heard it.
The reviews is like, okay. Because you could get 5 reviews.
Yeah.
But if they all great, I mean, you know.
If we hear it and we fuck with it, and it's like giving to give.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You
got
that fire. You got that fire. You know what it is. You know when old boy got that fire. You like, yeah, he got. I need that. All right, and then above that, the granddaddy OG of them all.
Oh man,
you got that moon rock, man. Whew. You get a moon rock. Now this is a rare occasion. I think we had maybe 3 of these last year.
Yeah, I think so.
So you get a moon rock. That's the highest grade, the highest acknowledgement we can give a project, and that's between 90 and 100%.
Yep.
You get a moon rock, we pretty much ain't really find any flaws in your shit, like no flaws, and it's something we really enjoy and want to add to like our collection of music that we listen to. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the highest honor right there, the moon rock. So you want to shoot for the moon rock, man? But hey, like we said, it's just our humble opinion. We just wanted to break it down, clarify for everybody that's listening, paying attention, and hopefully that did the job. And if not, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna get to it anyway. So what's up, man? It's a lot of music out here.
It's a lot of music.
You ready to get to these Q+ artists?
I am so ready.
Now that we took care of business, you know what I'm saying?
Took care of
got a little extra tutorial.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get into it.
Let's get it.
Who we bringing to the stage first?
Who's bringing to the stage? Who the first one up for 2021?
For 2021, the first
Who we
guest,
doing?
episode 23.
Episode 23.
We got none other than Mr. Dexter Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. Dexter Jordan. Who is he? Well, he's a Q+ singer-songwriter based in Charlotte by way of Alabama.
By way of Alabama.
Yeah, born and grew up in Alabama. Born to a minister father. You know what I'm saying? His pops was a minister, and his mom was in a choir. So you could kind of see how they came together. Like, pops was probably giving the crazy fire sermons. You know what I'm saying? Mars was in the choir. He's like, yo, let me holler at you after, you know what I'm saying, after this sermon, after this brunch. Let's go grab a bite to eat. What you like to eat? You know what I'm saying? You know how Pops was giving it up in the church. But yeah, he grew up in the church, actually grew up singing in the church. So, you know, his mom's had the pipes, pass them down to him. Of course the kid could sing. Like, he grew up in the church. Most people that grow up in the church, if they got some kind of musical talent, they usually singing or they had a phase of it. But, you know, you keep going, you get it polished, and skill and time and effort mixed with natural talent, you get a Dexter Jordan, man. He out here doing his thing. Like I said, Q+ singer-songwriter, was actually on the Apollo.
He was on Apollo.
At the age of 13, he was on the Apollo.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he won necessarily, but he was definitely on Apollo, made an appearance. So, you know, he's been out here getting on these stages, tearing it down in front of, you know, audiences at a very young age. So he ain't nothing new to this. You know what I'm saying?
Fun fact.
Uh-oh. What we got? Let me hear it.
So, Mr. Dexter Jordan, Scorpio, baby. October 29th.
Okay, damn, you know deets.
For those check-in.
You know deets.
Performed at So Far Sounds for Charlotte, the Charlotte, North Carolina chapter.
Okay.
And So Far Sounds is a platform for pretty much independent talent where you can perform live in front of pretty small, intimate audiences, and there's chapters pretty much all over the world.
That's dope.
So he performed for the one in North Carolina. And on top of that, well, I noticed that he recently had a video of himself on Instagram. He got a tattoo dedicated to his mother on his shoulder. Unfortunately, his mother passed away. So
well, that's actually not a fun fact.
It's not,
and that's actually a fact that I was gonna go in. So now you stepping on my artist.
Oh, my bad.
So now you had your fun fact which was cute. You know what I'm saying? And now you want to step on my. No,
elaborate.
No, that like you said, he had the tattoo of his mom. I didn't even know he had the tat. His mom's passed in 2016. You know, which of course is a similar story. I lost my mom in 2013. And you know, when you lose a parent, that's a rough thing to go through. Of course, as artists, musicians, any kind of artistic being, you're going to feel that and it's going to resonate on your art.
Yeah.
But for him, it actually had caused him to have a hiatus. He took some time off. You know what I'm saying? He took a minute and was at a point where he didn't even really know if he was going to get back to the music.
Understandably
like,
so.
He was about to retire on some, you know what I'm saying? It was rough. And then within, you know, the same amount of time, he lost a friend to suicide, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah, which actually encouraged and inspired him to study sociology at UNC. Shout out to the Tar Heels in North Carolina. So all of those trials and tribulations inspired him to kind of eventually make it to getting back to his pen, you know what I'm saying, getting back to the studio and getting back to the music. And he did his debut project, Blue, put it out in 2019. Okay. So I don't know if this is the first project he released, but it's the first thing I saw that was streaming. Okay. So you know how sometimes artists, they'll pull stuff down or they might have stuff that's on, you know, SoundCloud and, you know, little projects here. But like for first official project, it's called Blue, came out in 2019. But today, we're reviewing his latest project, Dexterity.
I see what he did there.
You see what Dexter Jordan, I like it. He bodied that. Came out in November on the 6th. 8 songs, 20 minutes. So it's like an EP, short project. You know how we always say, what is it, 15 or 20 minutes? That's pretty much the only determinant when you talk about EPs, albums, what else? What else is there? Projects, singles. Like, it's just the length of time. Like, if an album is something that's a long project, I expect you to give me at least like 10, 12 songs, something like that. Anything over that. Under that, we talking like this ain't a full length, but the quality is still there. You still gonna put your best foot forward in your music because you don't want to put no offerings out today that you ain't confident in because everybody gonna hear it. Absolutely. Or if you blow or you pop, eventually they gonna hear it. That's why people take stuff down because they put stuff out that they wasn't confident in. And people like they rip that shit apart. It's like, yo, don't put the shit out if you don't want to hear it. Keep it on your flash drive. Keep it on your hard drive.
100%.
Yeah,
it's your shit.
Yeah, because we gonna check it out. We gonna grade that shit. You gonna get one of these grades. You might get a dirt. You gonna be mad at us, and it ain't our fault.
Don't get a dirt.
Come on, man. But we got 8 songs, 20 minutes. I'm gonna get to it, man.
What you got for us?
I enjoyed this project. I really enjoyed this project. I gave it a 68% loud. 68% loud. And of course, I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So when it opens up, the joint that opens up on it is super hard. And it ain't even a song. It's just like an instrumental warm you up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a palate cleanser because you might have been listening to some crazy drop down, booty shaking in the club, twerk. You know what I'm saying? You about to eat something different right now. So he gave you a little palate cleanser at the top of it called Hey. It's just the intro, you know what I'm saying? But the beat, it just sets the tone. It's like jazzy. It give you that Dilla-esque Q-tip vibe. Like he on that type shit. I'm like, oh, we on this type of sound. Okay, so he already warmed me up. And it's not, like we said, it's only 8 songs. Couple of skits, you know what I'm saying? The Homeless Man skit, which is, I thought it was a phenomenal song for one, and then a phenomenal skit to kind of open it up and give you the context. He has this dude that he's running up on some homeless dude. It sounds like they're at a gas station. Right. And it sounds like they're familiar with each other. Like he sees this guy regularly. And he's picking on a homeless dude, pretty much asking him, like, you know, what's going on with him? Like, why he look like that? His swag is off. He got to get it together. Hygiene is important, shit like that. Woo, woo, woo. And then the homeless dude is like, yo, like, why you always asking me all these questions? Like, why you always worrying about me? Like, he's like, did you take a shower last night? And the dude was like, yeah, of course. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You need to get. He was like, well, congratulations, nigga. I'm homeless. I don't got the luxury of taking a shower every night. So you out here wilding on me. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what I'm going to do. So it was just like, damn, it was deep. And it kept going for a little bit. And then it goes into the song, which I thought was super dope. He's pretty much talking, you know, people, it's hard for people to get out of their own head and think and empathize with other people. And he pretty much highlighting that. You know what I'm saying? You see homeless people, we treat them like villains, we treat them like dirt, but you don't know what they went through, what they had to go through to get there, what circumstances might have had might have occurred and happened to land them in that unfortunate situation.
Absolutely.
And we quick to judge and jump on people. So I was like, damn, that kind of just, the interlude just grabbed me. And then when the song came on, I'm like, yo, this is really fly. This is dope. I thought I like how he did it. It gave me the vibe of like Arrested Development. What is it? Mr. Wendell?
Mr. Wendell.
Yeah. It gave me that vibe, just to feel what they was talking about.
Yeah.
Like la la dee, la la la. She wake up early in the morning just to do her hair. It kind of give you that vibe, but it's a slow, jazzy R&B type version of it. You know what I'm saying? Which I thought was super dope. So I like that kind of creativity. It was most of the project. It was smooth. It's sultry. He was being vulnerable in it, introspective. You know what I'm saying? He was giving you different points of views, not necessarily from a first person standpoint, but he was like getting into the heads of different perspectives and kind of. It was dope how he put it together. And then he actually had, what was the joint? Shooting Star. That was my highlight of the project.
Right.
That was a high for me. Let me see if I could grab it real quick. Yeah, that Shooting Star joint. This was my favorite song on the whole project. I just loved it. I loved his penmanship on here, like how he kind of saw a shooting star the other day. I just went up and said hello, what's going on? I said hey, you know what I'm saying? I like little shit like that. It was smooth. It was jazzy. It had like the little crackling album sound noise effect on there. And then he had the feature bars. Came on sounding like Tyler the Creator. I was like, yo, did he get?
He did give Tyler.
Like, does he have
a
Tyler
He did
feature?
give Tyler a little bit.
I was like, oh shit!
Voice.
But it complemented it so well because he went to that super extra nonchalant baritone flow, it was perfect for this jazzy coffee shop room.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was dope. I fucked with it. So yeah. That was it for me. It was giving me some good vibes. I fuck with it. 68% loud. Shout out to Dexter Jordan, man. Dexterity.
Shout out to Dexter
You know what I'm
Jordan.
saying? What you thought? What you
putting
thought,
out
homie?
Dexterity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I do agree with a lot of what you said about this album. It's very jazzy, very soulful.
Oh, I feel a butt. Oh, I feel a butt. I just felt. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, damn.
No, go ahead.
Anyway, very soulful project. You definitely hear the empathy. You hear the heart. You hear the vulnerability.
You do.
Which I really, really respect that when you can get there. When you can really dig that deep. Not a lot of
Everybody
people.
can't do it. Yeah.
Everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
My only gripe with it is the song. Well, his voice could be a little pitchy.
Yes.
A little pitchy on some parts of it, which kind of just it goes down to production to me. The songs,
the mix.
Yeah, it could be the songs, it could be the mix. It's somewhere in the production. You might have to because writing a song is different than singing for church. When you're singing for church, you have the open room. You're singing with a lot of people. When you're in the studio, whole different situation. Everything is heard. Everything. So you have to be as close to pitch as possible if you want to bring that performance home. And I thought he kind of fell short in some of it. I do like the homeless man skit. I love that. I also really like Christian's advice. That really, really kind of spoke to me. I like the album that does that has spoken word interludes that kind of give way to either the next song or to the theme. So for putting together the project, I really, really enjoyed that. That's what's going on. And it's a brief project, but you definitely get a sense of who he is and where he comes from.
Yeah.
I gave it a mid, 55% mid.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
That's definitely a fair grade. I agree with you on that. Definitely, he has some shortcomings as far as, technicalities, vocally. The performance wasn't as strong, of course, as it could have been.
Oh, Black Baby, though. The way you ended it, that's the way you end the album. And then he had bars on top of that,
Exactly.
too.
That's what I was going to bring up as well.
Layered
That's
bars.
why I feel like his style kind of gives room for the lack of technicality.
Absolutely.
Almost. It's kind of like a little bit of unorthodox, a little quirky. And then you know that super jazzy, you be one foot in, one foot out of the pocket kind of anyway. It's a little quirky offbeat. So that's why I think it kind of leaves room for that. But I could see why you would, you could deduct points for that. But I think he kind of makes up for the points in other ways. So we weren't that far off, about 13. So I gave it a 68 loud, 55 mid. Go check it out. Dexter Jordan, streaming on all platforms, of course. It came out, like we said, in November. Not too long ago, man. 8 joints. It's a nice project. Go check it out and let us know what you think. Who we got, man? We're going to keep it moving. Who we got?
Let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. The next person bringing to the stage. Flohio.
Flohio.
Throwing up for Flohio.
Oh, my God. What we got with this one?
This shit got a lot going on.
I fuck with the name off top.
I really fuck with the name off top, too. You know what? I didn't even write down her real name. Her real name is, it's an African name.
Yes.
She's Nigerian-born, London-based MC. Her last name begins with Ohio, but I forgot how to hold.
Ohio.
I don't want to guess it.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up later.
But that's where the name came from.
But that's where it came from. And you know what's crazy is when I first heard the name, I'm like, okay, so she probably from Ohio.
That's exactly where I went. That's the first place I went.
I never would have thought to do that. No, not it at all. But that's part of her real name. But she got her start rapping at a youth center that, among other things, had a studio in it. So she was first inspired by the likes of Eve and Lil Wayne. There's a song by Eve that really got her started. A lesser-known hit, You, Me, and She, came off the Rough Riders Volume 3. So that was the song that kind of really sparked the inspiration for her. She eventually worked odd jobs doing graphic design for a London-based label named Ninja Tune before deciding to give up her day job and full-time go into music. But she had to get through her mother first because she was living with her mother.
She wasn't having that.
And her mother wasn't having it. She said, only if your music start making more money than your day job, then you can do music. And guess what she did?
That's a great motto to live by, fam.
Ain't that something? She
Mom,
went in,
shout out to mom.
Shout out to mom, inspiring somebody to go get it like that. Because that's pretty much all our struggles as independent artists.
Yeah.
We want to get out of our daily grind too, but we can't do it until.
Can't just do it.
Yeah, exactly. So, she did that, broke out in 2016 with a couple collabs with big London producers, God Colony. Her first official song was SC16, which makes a reference to a postal code in London. Then she put out an EP, Nowhere Near, Wild Youths in 2018. And fun fact.
Uh-oh. What you got for me?
She had the distinction of being named by Naomi Campbell as one of the rising stars.
I did see that.
You know what I'm saying? Coming out of London, or rising female stars in top 10 for a Nike collection. I thought that was pretty dope.
That's super dope.
So she had a few more Lucy's come out. BBC, she on BBC Radio, which is basically British version of ABC. And now we bring to her first official project.
Okay.
I believe it's her first official project. So she had all this hype. No Panic, No Pain is the name of the project. It came out November 27th, 2020. There's a lot of bangers on this motherfucker.
Shit. What you think? What you doing?
There's a lot of bangers.
10 songs.
I mean, I had
10 songs, 29 minutes.
I had a whole lot of discussion with myself with this album. I couldn't figure out.
Me as well.
Couldn't figure out what was going on.
Me as well.
What I was hearing. And I had to really try to wait, sit it together and
very interesting.
Figure out what she's saying, what she's doing, what's going on here. I gave it a 70% loud.
Very interesting.
I gave it a 70% loud.
Okay.
And the reason being is she's doing really, really good rapping here from coming out of the other side of the pond. There's not a lot of black female artists that come from the other side of the pond spitting like that doing this style of music, kind of really taking American cadences over like trappy grind beats. Not a really lot of people doing that. She got a lane all to herself, and her voice is crazy. She remind me of MIA off bat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She give me a little bit of that.
I could definitely hear that.
The only thing I would say about the project is a lot of the flows, you know, she kind of doing that that trap rap shit that Young Thug, G Herbo, Future, they all do that same kind of quick, choppy, like, you know what I'm saying, staccato flow. No height, no pain. She hitting that a lot on a lot of the songs, so you kind of get hard to distinguish. But the beats still,
damn, that's crazy.
Even if she's doing the similar flows on all the songs, the beats are like nuts to me. Like fucking, what can I name? Unveiled, like that shit is wild. The single Countdown, I think it's called Countdown.
Round Town.
What is it? That's fucking winning. Booby Traps is winning.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? All these, she's got a nice collection of records here. She really, it's not really a lot of any bad songs to me. It's just sometimes the songwriting kind of get a little bit lost because it's kind of like she wandering trying to figure it out. But still, the beats on here and the way she coming off is just so different. I have to give points for authenticity. Because she has tons of it, and she's going out to get it. Like I would put her against like a lot of these female rappers out here.
Wow.
And kind of give it up to her. So Flohio, to me, did her thing.
Okay,
on this
70% loud.
70% loud.
Okay, that's crazy. Like you hit literally all of the same bullet points I was hitting. You listed all of the songs I wrote down. The only ones that you didn't list. Medicine, I love Medicine.
Medicine's vibey. Yeah.
Stuck in a Dance was super dope. Like all of the points you said were right on about her as an artist. I was also kind of confused. It was tough to kind of digest and grasp some of the concepts or what she was talking about in a lot of the songs. And it wasn't necessarily her accent because she got that UK twang.
Yeah.
But that shit is hard. Like her enunciation is there. She's nasty with it. And she has a grasp of those flows, those triple time, those trap flows, because everybody can't do those really, really well.
Not really
and she
well.
does them really well.
Yeah.
And I think she kind of she lets that get away from her as far as the pen. Like you said, it's kind of confusing. It's fragmented. It's hard to put together sometimes. I'm trying to listen and pair up shit. And she dropping bars. She's saying crazy shit. She like, don't make me erase you with the Will Smith with the pen. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of just a single little ha. You know what I'm saying? So she got shit like that.
She got a lot of those one-liners.
But it's like, as far as the joints coming together on some of them, it was like a little choppy. And also, like you said, some of the songs kind of blend into each other and sound like the same song almost.
Yeah.
But then when you go back and listen to them outside of it, it's like, yo, these shits is hard. The beats is fire. She got some of that UK grime on there.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dope project overall. She has a knack for hooks.
Yo.
Her hooks are infectious and super dope and super catchy and super melodic and just super fly. Like she's dope with the hooks.
Yeah.
So I think she has a lot of like runway. She has a long way to kind of spread her wings and do her thing. I think she got a lot of potential. She's gonna do her thing. I gave it a 74% loud. So we was kind of right on. Overall as a project, I really thought it was dope.
Yeah.
So it's a nice listen. You could get through all of the joints. Like you said, the production is A1. It's top of the line, top notch.
She got
fire
some
production.
tracks on here.
I mean,
she got some tracks on. Even the with Booby Traps is the one that she does over the Brooklyn drill, which the Brooklyn drill is like
she did
an
a
offshoot.
very specific Brooklyn drill joint.
Yeah, she got
did
that.
more of the extra UK bounce grime drill. She
just coming across mad different because I'm trying to think about her voice. If it would have came out of anybody else's like mouth, it wouldn't have sounded the same. She just got a certain tone and a certain swag about her that make her shit cut a little bit differently. So that's why I really give her authenticity, man. It really gives, for me, it does a lot. And
absolutely. She got it. Okay, well, shout out to Flohio, man. Go check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Streaming on all platforms. What was it? No pleasure, no pain. No panic, no
No
pain.
Panic, No Pain, which is a line off of Unveiled, which is where she got the title from.
Hard.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Hard. Okay. So bring it to the stage next. We actually got a group. Oh, shit.
We got a group.
We got a group on the motherfucking docket.
We got a group.
Who are they, you ask?
Who
Well, it looks and reads like RM8, but it's actually pronounced roommate.
Roommate.
You know what I'm saying? You know how you get lazy with the characters.
Yeah.
You want to keep it short.
Efficiency.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not
yo,
lazy,
you like, yo, can you host? You got a roommate? You know what I'm saying? You might hit a nigga with the
Right.
You trying to see what's going on?
Roommate,
You don't know.
what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
shout out to Roommate,
You know
which
what
is
they
a
have.
is a R&B duo, Q plus R&B duo consisting of Lyndon, or is it Lyndon?
Lyndon.
I think it's Lyndon.
Okay.
Lyndon James and Carrie D, two solo artists, you know what I'm saying, that came together and, you know, combined on this project. Now, this is actually their first official project as a duo. And the name of the project is, what is it?
Boy Next Door.
Boy Next Door. So
Boy
they
Next
put out a
Door.
project, which is, I think it came out, what was it, October? It came out a few months ago, but they actually just did a remix to one of the singles off of there, which we actually reviewing today. But they're a new group. So they've been doing music for a while as solo artists, but they came together to form the group Roommate, and they're actually like best friends. So they're a duo artist based out of Dallas. Like we said, recently came together prior to, you know, being really, really close friends. Two close friends that just happen to do music. The Boy Next Door project came out late 2020. Carrie D is actually, you know, he's in Dallas now, but he's from Columbus, Ohio, which, you know, shout out to Bow Wow. Bow Wow streaming now. You know, Bow Wow from Columbus, Ohio originally.
Yeah.
Where he, you know, he repped the A, but he from Columbus, Ohio as well. His music was actually featured on, you know, a few of the popular reality series that we know and love. The Circle NYC. He had appearance. He actually popped up on Chasing Atlanta, and he was on, I think, Chasing Dallas, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe.
And he's also, you know, featured on Slate TV's Love at First Night. So he's been out here doing his thing. I couldn't find a ton of work on Lyndon. I know he's been doing his music thing for a while, but he doesn't have anything streaming on a solo tip. But as far as a group, their first project, like we said, just came out. Were you familiar with them at all? I know you kind of knew about Carrie D a little bit, but as far as Roommate, was this news to you? Have you ever heard of them?
I have not heard of Roommate before,
Okay.
but yes, I did see a glimpse of them on the reality series Chasing Atlanta, and I did get to see a couple of interviews. Fun fact,
Oh,
they
shit.
they are very, very close friends that came together through a mutual friend that wanted to put them together as a couple.
Oh, a matchmaker.
Yes.
Somebody was trying to play matchmaker.
And
And
they
they just
ended
ended
up
up being
and they
really
didn't really
good
work
Judies.
out. They realized that each one of them could sing,
Oh.
and so they had a really budding relationship after that.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
that's dope. Well,
And
look at that. You see how, you know what I'm
Look at
saying?
that.
It's just it's gonna go where it's gonna go.
It's
you know what I'm
gonna
saying?
go.
You can't.
Here we are.
There you go. But look at that. Now we got Roommate because of it. Blow Your Mind, which, like we said, was on a project, Boy Next Door. They did a remix
They did indeed.
featuring
Who?
another Q plus artist,
Who?
Mr. Oliver Twist.
Oh.
Yeah. So they got a
The-
remix. Yeah, they got a remix. You know what I'm saying? Went and grabbed the rap feature for it. You know what I'm saying? You know how, you remember back in the 90s, you used to grab the rap feature for the remix.
That's how you.
For
That's
the
how
R&B
they did.
remix, you had to get the
You
verse.
had to get the verse.
Had to
That's-
have somebody come
you
lay
know
down
what
a
it
verse.
is?
They actually put this joint out on Christmas. So, you know, December 20th. 4 minutes, 25 seconds. Oh, man. I rock with this joint. This joint, it's a
you?
nice little bop. I like this joint. I gave it a 60% loud. So just made it into the loud. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of going back and forth with it a little bit because I really like the sound of it. I think I think Kerry and Lyndon sound really well together. They both have very distinctive voices, but they kind of complement each other well. You could tell like they're used to singing with each other or writing with each other. It was an interesting song. It wasn't, I mean, it's not out the box. They're not, breaking the mold. They're not reinventing the wheel or anything like that. But it's super salacious and raunchy. But the way they're singing it sounds like a love song, which I like that kind of juxtaposition. It was interesting. Like, they talking some raunchy shit. Like, he like, shut the fuck up, why the fuck you talking, bitch? But the way he's singing it sounds like he's talking to his
It always sounds
partner.
sexier.
Yeah,
it always sounds sexier when you sing it.
It's like, how you getting that off? But you you sound mad aggressive right now.
It's very 90s R&B.
You know what I'm saying? Choke me, blindfold me. Like, whoa, y'all getting it off. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of opened up with the little water. The little chimes and shit is like real airy and seductive at first, cause it opened up with Olive. Like, Oliver gets to it, like he get right to the shit, and I think he showed up. He kind of showed up and did what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You want to give him a verse. You ain't trying to steal a show or nothing. Go too crazy. You complimenting right now, setting the tone, and then they just come in and they get to it. But I really enjoyed it. Like I said, they kind of it's a love song. It's a sexy R&B song. You know what I'm saying? It's a sexy time song, but the way they singing it sound like they really care about each other. They love each other. They just want to get to the shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that lovey-dovey. You know what I'm saying? I'm smooth talking you, but we gonna get to it. The production was really cool. Nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it was a nice little R&B bop. I like it. If it come on in a little slow dance set at the club, like I'm hopping on some. You know what I'm saying? But that was my take on it. It was high mid to a loud. You know what I'm saying? Right on the cusp of that. But I gave it the 9 because I kind of like how they did with it. I like the way they sound. They complimented each other, and they not afraid to take it there with the pen, which is like, I think that's dope as some R&B shit.
Yeah. They definitely lyrical with it.
Yeah. What's your take on it?
Fuck me, touch me.
Blindfold me,
choke me.
Like, what?
Blow
you
my
trying?
mind.
All right.
Kind of singing my feelings a little bit. So this song for me, all the things that you said,
oh shit,
pretty much, kind of really jive with how I'm feeling about it. It is
same observations.
Nice beat, rolling bass line, kind of glitchy, alternative R&B feels. You know what I'm saying? Oliver Twix came in with the opening verse, served the song, the attitude that it needed. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, that's pretty much the difference between this and the original version is just the Oliver Twix.
They just threw the verse on.
Yeah, that's kind of it. And it works. Like, not everybody could get away with that.
Sometimes that's all you need, though.
Sometimes that's all you need. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? They could have did like maybe a little bridge, a little beat change up, something like that. Yeah. Maybe some of it.
But it is what it is.
Keep it smooth.
They kept it smooth. They kept the vibe of the record. Neither of their voices really blow my mind.
They don't blow your mind.
They're not blowing my mind with the vocals, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But, nah, I'm gonna say what I said. They didn't really blow my mind with the vocal performances. I feel like in the different hands, you probably would have got a little bit more of the emotion that you needed. But it's a good joint, 70% loud for me, because I fuck with it.
Wait, 70% loud?
Yeah. Is it loud? That's loud, right?
Ooh, okay.
I gave it a loud.
Okay.
70%.
Interesting.
Because I'll bop it.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's that. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't give you fire, but it gave you... Okay, that's not bad, though.
It gave me feels, though, because when it come on, I rock to it. You saw me rocking to it. Like,
yeah, that's not bad. So we got a 60% loud and a 70% loud.
That's where we at.
Okay. I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. We agreed on a lot of the same key points. I agreed as far as their, the performance isn't as polished. It's not as strong. Like you said, I'm not blown away by the vocals, but they sound very nice together. And they sound very good, kind of singing together. I like them as a duo.
They do.
And they complement each other well because the tones are kind of very different and distinct, but they kind of go well. They did their little Jada and Styles P shit on the R&B tip, which I thought was dope. They had going back and forth with it and shit. I'm like, okay. Okay, roommates.
Real chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, y'all gotta go check it out, and also, of course, go check out the full project, Boy Next Door. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Roommate, man.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, go check it out and let us know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying?
You already
got
know
us
what
up
it
here
is.
talking all this shit at the top of the year. What you think?
What you think? What you think?
So of course that wraps it up. You know how this go. Same format. We them same boys, them same mix. You know what I'm saying? We got the ally of the day coming up.
Ally of the day.
Hey,
21, regular
what?
ally of the day.
2020, 21, 21.
Hey.
Come on, man. You know
On
what I'm
the
saying?
spot.
Something light.
You do this light.
Something like just off the tippy.
All right.
So who we got though?
Who do we have? None other. None other than one of time's most influential of 2020.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Megan Thee Stallion.
You know what I'm saying? Big things are going.
My favorite ad-lib,
Okay.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
We put Megan Thee Stallion on here. She's an ally because she pretty much gave it up to the LGBT community being a judge on Legendary.
Definitely.
Huge platform for, first of all, LGBT audiences, and then the fact that it was on HBO, which is a premium channel, premium cable channel, wide audience. So that actually says a lot about her allyship, and we're gonna give it up to her because of that.
Absolutely.
So you already know who the chick is. Do I gotta run her resume?
I mean, you ain't gotta get long. Just give a couple of bullet points because they already know who it is, man. Real hot girl shit.
All right,
man.
real hot girl shit.
Come on.
Texas. Rapper, singer, songwriter. Hone her skills freestyling videos. Gained a lot of attention. She first signed to a Houston label, 1501 Entertainment. Houston label. It's a Texas label. I don't know exactly what city it come from, but from there she released Tina Snow. Big Old Freak came out of that.
Big old freak.
Charted on the Hot 100. Freshman class of 2019. Fever mixtape.
Making waves.
Hot Girl Summer with Nicki Minaj.
Come on.
Sugar EP.
What else?
Savage.
Come on.
Remix with Beyonce.
Come on.
#1. WAP. Remember that? With Cardi B last summer. #1. 2 female artists. So 2 females in 1 year.
Slutting.
Got shot. Lost 2 parents and her grandmother. Still winning.
Jesus
How
Christ.
much more do you need me to give you?
Who you can't write this stuff?
You can't write this. That's her life. That's what it is.
True story.
So now she has fun fact. She trademarked Hot Girl Summer.
Come on,
in
man.
2019
Why the
after
fuck
this
not?
song. I mean, come on.
Why the
man.
fuck not? Listen, if LeBron could try and trademark Taco Tuesday, then Meg Thee Stallion could trademark Hot Girl Summer. Shout out to her.
On top of that, she is taking online courses towards her bachelor's for health administration at an HBCU, Texas Southern.
She not playing.
She not playing. She
Not
out here
playing with
getting her
you hoes.
education because she want to open a a assisted living facility.
That's so dope.
And
That's so dope.
Where she's from.
That's
in
fly.
Houston.
Listen,
So
man.
listen, get your life. We both have degrees and we're both doing it. It is possible. It takes a lot of sacrifice.
It does.
So anybody that makes it as far as she did doing her thing, she's not the only one out there with a degree, but we gotta give the flowers and the
Get
props.
credit where credit's due,
where
man.
credit is man
Megan Thee
due.
Stallion. The
Megan
Stallion with 2 E's.
The Stallion.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? 5'10" chick. You know
Cut
what
it
I'm
out.
saying? Beat your ass.
Cut it out.
So she dropped the good news on us on November 20th, 2020. You know
Right
what
around
I'm saying?
Thanksgiving. Little
Right around
Thanksgiving supper.
Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Situation.
Okay.
You already know what it is. We're not going to go through the whole album, though.
Nah, it's a long album.
long
and we did
album.
2 albums already on the
Yeah.
show.
So we're just
keep
picking
it
our
light.
favorite songs.
It was 17 songs, mind you.
It's a full album.
It's an album.
It's a full album. So we're just going to pick up. We're going to give you a hot take on our favorite joints.
Well, what was your grade? Give me your grade.
My grade for it, I gave it a 61 loud.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
61 loud. You know what I'm saying? Basically, because it's Megan in her bag for pretty much most of the album. You know what her bag is? Speedy raps.
Pretty much.
Talking that hot girl
Pretty
shit.
much. Pretty
That's
much.
kind of really... And
Pretty
she kind of
much.
experiments with other sounds. But, you know, to mix results. It is what it is. My take My song off it, movie with Lil Durk.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
movie. You know what I'm
she
saying?
had Lil Durk in a different bag on that one.
did.
Because I didn't know that was him at first.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay,
she
Durk.
good. She good for taking these niggas out their element, but she's
Okay,
still
Durk.
kind of bodying them. You know what I'm saying? She kind of bodying them. Like, what is it? I don't bother you when you be with them hoes, so don't call me up when I'm with mine. I like when she get her back like that.
Okay.
But, you know, for an album as lengthy as that, you kind of want a little bit of range, a little bit more range, a little bit more introspection. She's not really giving that. She kind of just giving rap for rap's sake. And that's good to a certain extent, but not a whole lot of range.
Okay.
But Lil Durk, the Lil Durk feature movie, that's my shit.
Let me find out you tripping, you tongue tripping over Lil Durk. Lil Durk, this is doing something over there.
Al. I mean, they all could get it.
I heard you. Okay. What was it? 61% loud.
61% loud for me.
Not bad. I enjoyed the project. I actually gave it a little bit lower grade. I gave it a 54% mid. I thought it was like, high mid. Like you said, she kind of doing typical Meg, typical hot girl shit on there. It's like, okay, we've kind of seen that a lot though. And then last year you did like the ultimate hot girl shit with WAP. Like, how much hot girl can you get in WAP? So it's like, all right, it's time to kind of like, let's give it. You went through a lot last year. She got the Shots Fired joint, which I thought the beat was hard. It was a cute little flip of the, the Who Shot You joint, the Biggie joint. But she didn't really say nothing on there. Like, because she really can't say much because it's an ongoing joint. So you might as well have just left it alone. She didn't really get off on there the way she should have got off on that beat to me.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I like Circles. I thought Circles was dope.
too.
The Jasmine Sullivan flip was hard. You can't really go wrong with that. Them drums was hard. She was going off on there, doing her shit. The girl can rap.
She can rap.
Meg can rap. You can't really
rap. You can't take nothing away from
her rapping.
Not at all.
Songs and making good songs is a whole different skill and a different talent. But as far as like rapping and just getting her shit off and just having that presence on a song and those ad-libs landing in the right pocket, she got that down pat. So she give you that all through the album, but it's 17 songs of that. So it's like, you could have gave me 8 joints and this would have been like, okay, this would have been a nice little, you know what I'm saying? So Go Crazy, Circles I like, and then Go Crazy with Big Sean. And I think 2 Chainz was on it as well.
That's the one with the Naughty by Nature sample in there.
Yeah.
You caught that. You caught that. I knew you would.
Yeah, they bodied that. They bodied that. So I
Yeah.
like Go Crazy and Circles. Those was my 2 joints. But overall, I thought it was, I was expecting a little more from her because this is like her official, is this her official first project?
This would be official debut, like full length
so
project.
I was kind of expecting more. And, Body Yachty Body Yachty gives me a headache at this point.
It wears out its welcome after
gives me
a certain
headache,
point.
so.
Yeah, I'm good.
But shout out to Meg, man. Especially, we got to give it up for our allies. Good News, it came out November, 17 songs. Have y'all heard it? Go check that shit out, man.
Have you heard it?
There's a lot of musical out there.
Have you heard?
But
have you heard?
54% mid from the kid, and you got a 61%
loud.
So what do y'all think? Let us know, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you figure it out, go listen, come back, and share it. We sharing with y'all shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now that we done got through all the reviews and things.
Sip the herbal tea.
I had to sip a little bit of the herbal tea situation.
Cleanse your palate a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? We got some things going on in these streets. Our first segment for the new year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They done gave us the soundtrack to the streets. Now what's going on in the streets?
Yes. The soundtrack is sounding amazing, and there's a lot going on. I'm sure you guys might have heard, or maybe you haven't heard by now. The Highest Notes EP is out.
Come on,
coming
man.
from your boys.
Talk about setting the stage, getting the year right.
Getting the year right. We ended it off and starting it off in the same way, same energy. 4-track, 4-piece.
Something light. Little
for y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed that over the holiday season as we had putting it together. You know what I'm saying? We definitely wanted to make that a little bit special, and thank you guys for joining us and sticking with us through all of the twists and turns of 2020.
Absolutely.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
We started the playlist for y'all. Of the best of the 2020.
Yes.
Starting with the Herbal Tea Highest Notes EP, and then everything that was on our countdown
The 20 of 2020.
The 20 of 2020.
So you get 24 joints that we curated. Personally. You know what I'm saying? Personally curated by the Herbal Tea Podcast. Go check that out, man. It's smacking.
Follow us on Spotify. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? Give us a little love and rock those playlists, and you'll see what we got going on this year. Pretty much the stuff we love, we're going to add it to the playlist. After that, after you check out the Highest Notes EP, you gotta go check out the new visual.
Come on,
by
man.
none other than The Alliance.
Talk about getting the year started.
Come
right.
on, man.
We out here.
Like,
we told y'all we wasn't playing. Like I could have sworn we told y'all like we wasn't.
I thought I told you.
Yeah, like
that we won't stop.
We told y'all that we wasn't playing this year. So I mean, if you ask me, we just showing and proving. That's
pretty much.
That's it. That's all.
Flooding up a block near you.
That's
if you don't know who The Alliance is right now, shame on ya. Shout out
my God, I love her.
Shout out to Imani. You already know what it is. But more on that, more on her later. But yes, the Quarter Water video is out. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. It's our first video that we shot since, I believe it was Voices.
Okay.
Back in 2016. And, you know, of course, getting together with the guys again is always a treat. Shout out to Pink Gorilla Entertainment, Chad Bailey, you know, coming through, creative directing.
Absolutely.
Setting the vision for us, getting a location for us.
Putting it down,
helping us out, making that into a movie.
Brought it to fruition.
Brought the thing into fruition. Shout out to Rico Castadine, who was also there on the set that day.
He was like
helping us out.
Key grip.
He was
assistant,
PA,
MUA,
a little
PA,
bit of everything.
all of that.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know Rico Castadine never stops traveling. He always around. He always popping up in the hood.
If it was a face of the streets,
it would be him.
He out here.
He is out here for real. He is bi-coastal like a motherfucker.
Yes.
And I'm talking about North Coast and South Coast.
Yes.
That's what it is.
That's hard. That's hard. Niggas ain't doing that.
They not doing
North Coast and South Coast.
They not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just on the spot for y'all. You already know. So, Quarter Water video. Yes, sir. Check that out. After that, we're going to get into this person.
Who is this?
Niece.
Who is this?
Lil Nas X.
Oh, shit.
We're going to give it up to Lil Nas X.
Okay, what he did?
Because he and his never-ending song, Old Town Road.
Oh, Old Town Road. We giving it back to that.
Giving it back to that.
Oh, yeah, that's out here doing
that. That song is eternal.
It hasn't stopped doing numbers since it came out.
It has not stopped
crazy
doing
part.
numbers since it came out, to the point of 14 times platinum. It is the highest certified single by the RIAA, the record industry, of all time.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious. You have albums.
Wait a minute.
Albums that have gone. Yes.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Let me finish.
That's crazy.
Yes. Highest certified single.
Holy shit.
Of course, you had albums like Michael Jackson, Thriller, The Beatles, and all that shit. They've gone like 30 times platinum. But singles, his is the highest certified yet.
That's crazy. 14?
Yes. 14 times platinum. You know what I'm saying? SZA was just like, give him the radio on his comments when he posted it on his Instagram page. But shout out to one of our own. We're just gonna
Fam, that's a big deal.
It really is.
Of
it really
all
is.
time,
of all time. Yep. Of all time, since the record industry started recording sales.
That's pretty
It's pretty iconic. Like,
pretty crazy. Well, so who did he knock? I wonder who he knocked out the spot.
He is, I don't know.
Like, who had the number 1 single
Who was
before
the top selling single? I want to shit.
That is crazy though. Like 14 milli. And I wouldn't, I don't know, for some reason I thought the number 1 single would be higher than that.
I thought so too.
Right?
And I didn't bother to check to see what the one after and who he actually did beat. But I'll get back to you.
Yeah, we'll sign y'all some work. Go let us know. Google it and check us out.
Yeah,
put it in the comments.
It's not even about them, no, but it is about Niece.
Yeah.
Lil
but I
Nas
mean,
X.
we know who got it now.
Yeah. For real.
Shit.
A Q Plus artist.
That's
how about that?
Fucking crazy.
How about that? So, you know, shout out to him. Congratulations on big success. do not think that is the bar that you have to meet. He's special. He's different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't got to break into the game like that. Don't think that that's what you need to do. I just want to say that because independent artists, you know, these days they'll try anything to kind of try to get themselves on, or they might think of it and be like, I'll never get there.
Yeah.
And it might discourage people. But no, guess what? There's room and lanes for anybody that want to go ahead and pick up a mic and sing their heart out or rap their ass off or do what they got to do.
It's a lot of lanes.
You do not have to worry about that. We're just giving him his props because it's very distinctive for somebody like him who looks like us.
Absolutely.
Which is why we're here doing this in the first place.
Absolutely.
We have to give it up for that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't give a lot. They don't give, you know, folks of our skin complexion and lighter and darker a lot of room to kind of really be great in this industry. So when we get one that can represent the way he does,
gotta
highlight give it up, even against all the haters. So shout out to Nice. Chasing Atlanta. Have you heard of that series?
I have actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard a little bit.
It's kind of popping. It's kind of popping.
Heard some things.
Season 4 kind of wrapped up, I think, at the beginning of the year. Imani Van Zap did the reunion.
Like the recaps, the
recaps. He did the recaps. He does the recaps in the middle of the show, and then he did he hosted the reunion. She hosted the reunion. Shout out to Imani Van Zap. We all had interviews with her from the Alliance. EarthTone, of course. Then me. Then Mr. B Hood. She got a holler at Swanee to make the foursome complete. She definitely got to complete it. She is definitely a wonderful soul and very, very up on her shit. And she will get your shit together.
Yes, that's what she
is.
She's
She's
a professional shit
fixer.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
So you already know what it is. Yeah, season 4 wrapped up. What is it? Chasing Dallas is next. Season 3. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what that comes to, and that I believe they said it. They put one of the trailers out. Says it comes out February 2021.
This is season 3 coming out.
Season 3 of Chasing Dallas.
Okay, I gotta check. Yep. I haven't seen Chasing Dallas yet. I've seen Chasing Atlanta. I started actually on season 3. I seen season 3 and I seen season 4, but I did not see the reunion. So I gotta go check that out.
I just started season 4, and I'm already loving Lil Kendra.
T.S. Lil Kendra, come on, man.
I'm fucking with Lil Kendra. Shout out to her.
Wow.
Shout out to her.
Hot-blooded.
The Circle season 4, episode 9 is out. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Just gonna leave it at that.
It's out.
If you have not heard of National Youth Pride Services, they are a network that how do you say it basically gathers all of the LGBT media content with an emphasis on Black LGBT content. They do Black content, but they really hone in on LGBT, and they're like it's a page, it's like a network that you'll see all different types of content. You'll see Chasing Atlanta. You'll see The Circle. You'll see things from A Connection TV. You'll see things from Hair TV. You'll see all types of movies. So if you're looking for actual content out there that tells our stories, you do not have to go any further. Or you could actually start with nypsnetwork.com, and you will indeed find your fill of Black LGBT content out there, all types of media content. So I want to shout them out for doing that.
That's a nice little hub. We need that.
A nice hub. I was looking for the word. They are a hub.
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah,
a hub for all of that. At NYPS Network on Instagram.
Okay.
And
shout out to them, man.
Shout out to them. That I don't know who runs it, but I definitely am keeping my eyes open and seeing what they got. So they representing out here. So shout out to them. I want to give take the time out to give a solemn rest in peace to another one of our own Q+ transgender woman identity, Patricia Cope. She was found murdered on the morning of December 27th, 2020. In a fast food parking lot by a jogger walking her dog. And it's I just want to shout her out because
Jesus.
we are just seeing a epidemic or an endemic situation of constant lives being taken, black transgender people, you know what I'm saying? Women and men of transgender identity, they are out here just being attacked and being murdered, and it has to end. We have to have the conversation on how we can protect those. We can protect them in our own community, and then either in the black community, period, because they're just being targeted out here, and it's pretty much out of ignorance. I bet you it was just something ignorant that happened when, Miss Patricia Cope got murdered, and it shouldn't be happening. It's and ridiculous. We got to speak on it. We got to stand against it. And that's what I wanted to do, is give her that, give her flowers, say, rest in paradise. It's so unfortunate. So sorry for the family that lost her. And we just got to end it, and we want to shine a light on this situation going on here.
It's rough.
It is rough. It's a fucked up world out there.
It's rough, man.
So there we are. Shout out to Queen Latifah. Shout out. Switching gears a little bit. Shout out to Queen Latifah.
Okay.
Starring in the upcoming reboot of Equalizer. Have you seen Equalizer?
I have not. I know of it, but I haven't seen the movies.
The movies were starring Denzel Washington. There's 2 of them. They're pretty good. I just wanted to shout out Queen Latifah because they have her as the leading character in the reboot. We claim Queen Latifah as very much our own ally, and shouting her out, and her doing her thing. So that begins. That is on CBS. And I think it begins at the end of this month.
I'm just curious. You know where Queen Latifah is from?
Like where she?
Yeah, where's she from?
East Orange.
Oh, okay. That's
oh my god, nigga.
I was just wondering if you knew where she was from and all
nigga,
that. Nigga,
you know where the fuck she from.
I was just curious.
Nigga,
I was curious.
Nigga.
I was curious. Go ahead.
All right, we gonna give it up for Jers one
Come
more
on,
time.
Man.
You need one of them controllers to get them hand claps
button,
going, get the flex bomb popping. Yeah. You need to find out where Joe Budden got his shit from, since Jersey's
we need a Jers button,
bitch.
man. Come on, man.
We need something. What? You gonna play OPP? You gonna do the pianos?
Come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
all
Jers.
right.
It's Jers.
All right. Somebody drop him off at one of the rest stations on the turnpike.
Why you hating on the Jers button?
Ain't nobody hating. We love Jers. All
right, let's do it.
Shout out to Queen Latifah. Shout out
to Lala, man, from Hallstatt, for real.
You already know. Moving on. This year, a little bit of political news. We was tracking this since our June episode. We had 2 people from the state of New York who are openly gay and black running for Congress. And guess what? In case you guys have not heard, they ran and then they won. So they are officially part of the next congressional session, 117.
Crazy.
That will convene on January 20th of this year. You'll be seeing this on Thursday, so they're already in there. But I just wanted to let you know that that's what's going on. They were sworn in on January 3rd, and shout out to Richie Torres, who is the representative for the 15th District of New York.
Okay.
And shout out to Mondaire Jones, who is the representative for the 17th District of New York. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Representing out there, first 2 openly gay LGBT people, and they are black.
That's crazy.
Sit with that one for a second.
Look
Shout
at the
out
world,
to them.
man. The world is in an interesting place
we
right
are
now,
in
man.
such an interesting place right now, and we're going to see what this year look like now that we're getting past all of the traumatic vibes that were the last 4 years. And I'm not even going to elaborate. Y'all already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
More good news on the political front. Dr. Rachel Levine, I believe that's how you say her name. She has the distinction of being the first transgender Senate-approved official now in the cabinet.
That's crazy.
The upcoming Biden administration cabinet.
That's a huge deal.
Yes,
It's
it is
a huge deal.
very, very huge deal. Especially, we just finished talking about transgender women, transgender people being targeted out here in these streets. But, you know, I just wanted to end it with that win for her. And she is the Assistant Secretary for the Department of Human and Health Services.
Look at that.
So look at that.
That's crazy.
That's what's going on. Elected by the Senate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think she was elected, or not elected, approved. This is a Republican majority Senate that approved her, by the way. So, you know,
Look at that, man.
It's 50-50
the
now.
Tide, the tide is
But
turning.
the tide is definitely shifting.
Yeah.
So shout out to Dr. Rachel Levine, and that's what's going on. The last thing, I'm gonna pass this on to you. We talked about this. We had a little bit of a situation where one of our allies, big homie Jay-Z, dropped a little bit of a new weed brand, Monogram.
Yes.
And we're gonna get into that on the Smokin Session.
In the Smokin Section, man. You know what I'm saying? We might as well just get right into it.
And I just
Since
gotta
we
throw
already
the
here.
baton.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of, would you smoke a joint with Hov?
I sure would.
I mean, who wouldn't, right? Like,
Sure
come
would.
on, now you got your own strain.
Now you have your own strain.
It's like, come on,
sponsored.
man. But we're gonna get into it. I wanted to delve in and see, you know, what was behind all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't the first, you know what I'm saying, celebrity to endorse a weed strain, to come out with their own weed brand and all of that. You know what I'm saying? The marijuana industry is booming right now. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of industries that want their hand in the pot. You know what I'm saying? They want some of that greenery. Produced by the greenery.
Produced by the greenery.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what they doing out here. You know, Jay-Z is nothing less than a mogul businessman. You know what I'm saying? Husband to Queen Bey. You know what I'm saying? So he out here with it. So
he's not a businessman. He's a businessman.
man. So apparently, you know, he launched this new weed strain. And of course, he doesn't do anything without having some kind of stake in it. Like when he, you know, was co-owner of the Nets. I think initially he started off as like a brand ambassador, brand strategist, was redesigning the uniforms and all of that, putting input. But he was also 3% owner or 1% owner, something like that. But he was a partial owner of the Nets. So it's the same thing here. He's a partner. He actually partnered with this major licensee in California. So they license a lot of different brands. Like they cultivate the brands and they get these people to kind of, you know, endorse the brands, come out with different strands. Snoop got his own strain. Be Real from Cypress Hill, they have strains. Cali, you know, Cali is the home of trees. You know what I'm saying? They the king of bud out there. So they got a lot of different brands out there, but this is one of the biggest brands. And Jay-Z partnered with them. They're called Calvia, based out of Cali. So they partnered up and, you know, they helped Jay-Z develop this new strain of trees called Monogram. I'm not 100% sure where the name came from, but when you go onto the site, the strains are actually named by numbers. It's very interesting. It's like, you know, Chanel number 5. But they got Monogram. It's like number 1. But it's not number 1. It's 01. And they actually broke down the story behind it, which Jay-Z was behind the naming of the strains. So they have 6 different ones when you go onto their site. They got 01, 03, I think it's 70, 88, and 96. And these are all significant years to Jay-Z. So you know, Reasonable Doubt came out in 96, 88, I'm not sure what happened. 70 might be,
he was getting chased through his building.
He might have been born in 70. You know, 01, I think 01 and 03, Blueprint 2 came out. So those is probably significant.
I actually didn't pick up on the numbers. That's dope.
Yeah, which I thought was fly too. But this ain't just any old trees. This is a luxury brand. You know, Jay-Z don't do anything little.
No.
Like, this is
Ace of Spades.
Of course. Come on. They brought the hustle and the money in the class.
I mean, do you say hello? Do you drink? Do you say? You can't find. Do you say nowhere?
Come on, man. So now they bring in the luxury to trees. So of course the packaging, very sleek, very high class, very high end. You know what I'm saying?
All the things.
It's more like a gift. Like you feel like this is something you want to purchase, that you want to give to somebody to impress them.
Speaking of gifts, Speaking of gifts, he did gift it to a Q Plus representative, Patrick Ian Polk, the creator of Noah's Ark.
Look at that. Did he enjoy it? Did you see he fuck with it?
He definitely fucks because he's definitely a weed smoker. He approved of it, of course.
I mean,
I don't know if he smoked. He didn't smoke it yet, but on the Instagram when he posted it, he definitely approved of this
like,
shit.
if it's somebody, and of course, you don't want to just take trees from anybody.
Yeah,
So, of course, this is just friends and family only.
Of course.
But it ain't too many strains or too many, variations of weed you could just give me for free, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to be appreciative. Free weed is free weed. And then you want to give me a luxury little package gift?
Bitch.
Hove, you the homie now. Now you the homie. So it comes, so you could get it in a flower. You know what I'm saying? The 5 strains come in you could get it just a flower. I think you could get 2 grams or 4 grams. Now, it's not cheap. You could get like an eighth for what? Between like $30 and $60. So on the low end, you probably gonna pay like $30. Yeah. Some decent high end, you probably get like $50 or $60 off for that, right? They giving you 4 grams for starting at 70. So you ain't even like them 50 balls, them 40 balls, 30. We ain't playing that. We playing $70 here. Right, so
these are original strains, though, right?
These are original strains. These are cultivated. You can't get this nowhere else. You can't even get it outside the state of Cali.
Listen.
So they only distribute in California. You can't even order it and have it shipped to you. Like you gotta be in Cali.
The value was already there.
Absolutely. So it comes in the bud. You can get the flower, or you can get these little joints that's pre-rolled. The little pre-rolls.
Love pre-rolls.
And they come in a 4-pack. So it's like a little cigarette case. But when somebody got a fancy cigarette case, like the little steel joint,
yeah,
they come in a nice little package, and then each pre-roll is encased in like a little glass tube for extra freshness. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice little gift as well. And then the third option, they have the OG hand roll, which is a big ass cone that's hand rolled. The shit, I think, it's like 1.5 grams, like 2 grams or something like that. It's big as hell.
Wow.
It's almost like a cigar,
That's
like a weed
fat
cigar.
ass blunt.
And it's $50.
Wow.
$50. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you saw how your face went.
But I would spend that for something like that.
That's what I'm saying. This ain't something you just gonna smoke in the night. Like they say, like you gotta smoke it almost like a cigar.
Yeah,
like you gotta puff on a cigar. You gotta kind of take kisses of smoke. Yeah,
if you smoke.
So it's like that level. So you know what I'm saying? It's a high end. It's a luxury they add in the class to the treats, which I like because everybody doing their different things, and Jay-Z gonna be a part of it. It come at a certain standard. But what I found most interesting about it is the business behind it. So he merged and partnered up with the company Kaliva, which actually he acts as the chief brand strategist for them. So he's not only just, developing the strand. He has an executive role with the company.
Yeah.
But the company is also housed under a shell company. So you know how those shell companies work. Which this one specifically is actually, they have different categories, but this one is a SPAC, which is Special Purpose Acquisition Company. So these companies are pretty much, you know how you get like a LLC when you want to start your little business and you want to kind of take risks, but you don't want them to come back to you personally. You can charge it to the game almost. You know what I'm saying? That's what a shell company is for the big dogs, pretty much. So you start your little shell company, and you got all of these businesses. Their job is pretty much to go and round up businesses that they think on the cusp of being great investments, and they go find investors for them. You know what I'm saying? They got relationships with all these big dogs, all these hedge funds, all these motherfuckers with just disposable income like you wouldn't believe.
Wow.
And they raise money. So the company that they associated with last year, summer 2020, guess how much they raised?
I'm afraid to ask. How much did they raise?
$575 million.
Oh my God.
So they just got this money sitting there to like,
$500 million.
We just gonna raise this shit real quick, invest in it, you know what I'm saying? See what happens, go around. But this specific shell company that they're under, it only houses like weed companies. So all of the companies that's under them are like weed companies. So it's called the Parent Co., which is the name of the shell company. So that actually owns Kaliva, which owns Monogram, which is, Jay-Z. So all of this shit is kind of under, it's like an umbrella. It's like when Warner Music Group had Atlantic Records under it, as well as Warner Brother Records, as well as Asylum Records. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a parent company.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it works. So they got all of this investment, right? But the deal that Jay-Z worked out with Hove, he worked his shit out where he gets 5 million shares of the parent company. So they just raised $575 million. They about to disperse that money. And you know, if they raise that, they about to flip that and make that into something even more crazy. But get this.
Another $1 billion company.
The way it's set up with, if the investors see that they're not going to get the return on their investment within a certain amount of years, they have the option of just withdrawing with no risk, no loss. So it's kind of like a win-win situation for them. It's crazy the way it's set up.
Wow.
But Hove got it set up to where he gets 5 million shares, plus a certain amount goes to Roc Nation, like I think 25 mil, but that gives the parent company exclusive rights to anybody on Roc Nation. So Roc Nation Sports, anybody managed by Roc Nation, anybody signed to Roc Nation, artist-wise. But all of these people that's on a roster, they're going to be helping develop new strains in the future. So this shit is about to get crazy. Like, he has athletes who he's their agent, so he's gonna be able to get them deals where they're promoting like fucking hand rolls,
because it's gonna eventually be legalized.
Of course, you see the NBA. The
that.
NBA stopped testing niggas. They don't test for weed no more. They not testing this season. They took this season off, and you know that's just gonna lead to
And
they're not gonna go back to testing.
And artists ain't gonna go back to shows like no time soon. So you need some kind of cushion for
this
that.
Shit is a deeper, darker criminal
connection.
It's real, and I thought that was super interesting. That he's not only just getting into the weed business, he's setting up a cushion and a platform for him to just eat for generations to eat, and he also
associated with.
He also got the social justice hat on. So a part of his deal as well, it's a certain percentage of the net income, 2% of the parent companies, the shell company that I said last summer raised $575 million just in the summer. Just here, let me get that. Let me give me 200 million there. You give me 20 million there. Boom, boom, boom. 575 million raised it. 2% of their annual net income they put in towards black and minority owned weed companies and investing in them. That's kind of part of Jay-Z's agreement. So he not only, he got his 5 million stocks, got 25 million going to Roc Nation. You got exclusive rights to the Roc Nation. They going to branch and build off. And then you got another 2% of the net annual income every year. Every year. It's coming back. Like, oh, you trying to start a weed business? Come through. I got you. We're going to invest. So
we got to figure out something. We got to figure out a way to get on that platform.
It's kind of crazy, man.
We got to figure that out.
Hove, you see us, man. Holla at us, man. We out here. We already branded. All you got to do is give us some gas. Put a little gas behind it.
That's it.
We out here, man. We could hold
right
some of that.
There with you.
We know what to do with some of that 575 million.
We know exactly what to do with it, and reach the people that we reaching.
But see, this is the crazy part. It don't even stop there. So
there's more.
There's more. You go to the site, and as a promotional tool, they have a video blog called High Tales, where they got celebrities on there, smoking hand rolls of Monogram, and they just telling stories, like crazy stories. They got Jadakiss up there as the first one.
Wow.
Jadakiss up there telling a story about when him and Nas, it's like a crazy Nas weed story.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Then they got Nori as the second guest. He up there talking about when he bumped into Dave Chappelle and he only had some mid on him because that's what was always available. He ain't even want to pass Dave Chappelle to mid because he ain't want to be like
talking about with
nigga,
the mid.
You gonna pass me this? You know what I'm saying?
This is what we talking about. You wouldn't pass no mid to no Dave
Chappelle, and this the first time he meeting him. So it's like, it's the way they do it, man. They not fucking around, and then it don't even stop there.
Oh my God!
You know the nigga own Tidal.
He does.
Of course he did a playlist.
Of course he
curated a Monogram playlist. So when you cop your Monogram trees offline and you get your hand rolls, you just go on the Tidal and you set the mood right with the playlist that he. Come on, man. If this
I was going off to that playlist.
Yeah, this nigga don't know what he doing. Like, I I don't even know what else you want me to say. Like, that's it.
Right.
So if that's the question. If you asking me would I smoke a joint with Hov, the answer is yes. Absolutely. Shout out to Hov. Shout out to Monogram, man. They doing big things over there. I love the way he moving. I love the way he representing and holding it down for the community, man. You know what I'm saying? Also an ally,
all of us,
a fellow ally. You know what I'm saying? You know he got a close relationship. His mom was actually part of the Q+ community.
Yes.
So you know,
indeed she is.
We out here, man.
Shout out
that's
to
what we
Gloria.
got, man. What you think about that?
Oh my God,
Kind of crazy, right?
I'm very overwhelmed, but I'm so here for it.
Go ahead and digest that. It's a lot of info.
It's a lot.
Take it in, man. But that's what we here to do.
I wasn't even expecting you to hit me with
I
all
went
of
deep.
that.
You know what I'm saying? I was excited about this one.
Yeah. That one hit.
And on that note, you know what I'm saying? You know how we like to close it up. You can't go crazy like that and not end it on a high note.
On a high note. Hey.
That from coast to coast, where there's dope, there's hope, where there's dope, there's hope. Sheesh. Wait. Is it lit?